Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really practical, structured way to handle anxiety and, find a little more inner peace. It's all built around one powerful acronym, SILENT.
Let's start with something I think we've all been through. Picture this. You're driving, you're on your way somewhere, and bam, you hit traffic. Now that's just a neutral fact, right? It's just cars on a road. But in a split second, that simple fact can totally spiral. It becomes this source of massive stress, frustration. It can ruin your whole mood. So how does that happen? Well, it all comes down to a really important distinction.
So on one side, you have an event. It's objective. It's neutral. It's just what's happening. There is traffic. But on the other side, you've got an incident. And that's the same event, but now it's been totally transformed by our own emotional spin. This traffic is a disaster. See the difference? We've basically created a whole drama, a story, where there was just a simple fact.
And this, right here, this is the key. Understanding that transformation from event to incident, that's everything. It's that exact moment when a simple observation gets completely painted over with our own fears, our habits, our biases, and it turns a neutral reality into something that causes us real suffering.
The wild part is, we don't usually do this on purpose. It's an automatic, unconscious process, just an old mental habit that kicks in. We take things that have absolutely nothing to do with us personally, like the weather or a delayed train, and we let them hijack our entire inner state. But what if we could stop that automatic reaction in its tracks? What if there was just a tiny bit of space between the thing that happens and our emotional response to it? Because in that space, that's where we can find our freedom. And it all starts with one simple but incredibly powerful tool.
It's called the pause. Think of it like a sacred, silent little free zone that exists right between an event and your reaction. It's that split second of awareness, before we decide something is good or bad, before we just react. Learning to create and live in this little space is the secret to breaking those cycles of anxiety.
Okay, so how do we actually do that? How do we create that pause in our day-to-day lives, especially when we're already feeling stressed out? Well, that is where the SILENT method comes in. It's a super practical framework, and each letter gives us a step to create that space and get our inner calm back.
First up, S is for still, the restless mind. This is all about dropping the story your brain is spinning and just coming back to your body. So let's say a stressful email lands in your inbox. Before you fly off the handle, just for 1 second, notice your posture. Feel your feet on the ground. It's a tiny shift, but it moves you from that unconscious reaction to conscious observation.
Next is I for invoke awareness. Now this sounds complicated, but it's actually super simple. It just means realizing that you are not your thoughts. A thought might pop into your head like, oh no, I'm going to bomb this presentation. Invoking awareness is just noticing that thought and going, there's a thought about failing. Instead of getting completely carried away by it, you become the watcher of the thought. Then we have L, let go of worldly reliance. Think about it, so much of our anxiety comes from needing things outside of ourselves to be a certain way. We need someone's approval, we need that project to be perfect, we might even need likes on a social media post to feel good. This step is about consciously loosening your grip on all those external things for your own sense of peace.
E is for embrace the present moment. And this isn't about doing anything special. It's just about being. So instead of stressing about a meeting that's an hour away, just for a second, feel the warmth of the coffee mug in your hands right now. The present moment is the only place we are ever actually alive. Everything else is just a memory or something we're making up about the future.
N stands for nurture inner peace. You got to treat this state of calm like a garden because it needs to be tended to. When you notice that little moment of quiet, that space between your thoughts, just acknowledge it. Give it your attention. That simple conscious act is like watering a plant. It helps that peace grow from just a fleeting feeling into your new normal.
And finally, T is teach through presence. This is a cool one. When you really work on this inner calm, you kind of become like a lighthouse. Think about being in a really tense meeting. The calmest person in the room often has the most power. You don't even have to say anything. Your steady, grounded presence can silently guide the whole room to a better place.
So the SILENT method is an amazing toolkit for sure, but it becomes even more powerful when you really grasp the core metaphor that's underneath it all. It's a really simple image, but man, it can completely change the way you relate to your own emotions.
And this quote just nails it. Our feelings, anxiety, anger, sadness, they're just visitors. They show up, they hang out for a while, and then they leave.
They are not your house. They are not who you actually are.
I love this phrase for them. Unauthorized mental occupants. Things like anxiety, guilt, fear. They're like temporary squatters in your mind. They show up uninvited, they make a mess, and they disturb your natural state of peace. And even though they can feel like they've taken over, they don't actually belong to you.
These emotions, they're just clouds drifting through the vast, clear sky of your awareness. Yeah, they can temporarily block the sun, making everything feel dark and stormy, but they can never ever damage or change the sky itself. Your true nature is that sky, calm, wide open, and always, always there.
So, if our true nature really is the clear sky, then where in the world do these clouds of suffering actually come from? Well, the wisdom behind this method points to 3 fundamental filters in our minds that basically distort how we see reality and create the storm. And here they are, the 3 pillars of mental suffering. First, you've got ignorance. That's basically confusing a neutral event with a personal incident. Then there's attachment, which is that constant push and pull of desperately wanting things and trying to resist other things. And finally, delusion, which is the biggest mistake of all, believing that you are the temporary cloud instead of the permanent sky.
Okay, so this is a really powerful way to understand what's happening in our minds. But how do we take this idea and actually turn it into a daily practice, something that helps when we're right in the middle of feeling overwhelmed?
It really comes down to these 3 simple actions. First, when something happens, just try to pause before you automatically slap a good or bad label on it. Second, ask yourself that crucial question. Was this just a neutral event, or did my mind just turn it into a negative incident? And third, when a tough feeling comes up, just watch it. Observe it like a cloud drifting by, without feeling like you have to become the cloud.
And that's really the whole shift. It's a huge change in perspective, from being completely tangled up in your emotions to being the calm, spacious awareness that can just hold them. You are not your anxiety. You are the sky.
So this is the question to take with you. Because every single time a storm of feeling starts to roll in, you have a choice. You can get lost in the rain, or you can remember what you truly are, vast, clear, and totally untouched. So the next time one of those clouds appears, will you remember that you are the sky?